Okay, big news, guys.
Okay.
I got my surgery scheduled.
Nice.
Gonna have surgery.
Nice.
And I told the doctor if anything goes wrong in the middle of the surgery, to just let me die.
How open did you leave that? Like how,
Yeah.
if anything goes wrong?
Yeah, that is what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't set like a bar
Yeah,
of like the extremity of the
true.
extremeness.
I should probably
Yeah.
have another conversation with him.
Yeah.
Because if it's something like, oops, we forgot to bring all of the instruments we need right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a man of my word.
He looks down.
So he goes, that's what he wanted.
He walks in, puts you under, and he looks down, and his shoes untied, and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Well,
I should probably tell him that.
Yeah.
yeah. You should
He's
probably
like,
have another conversation.
If there's something really bad where you're not certain if I'm going to be the same guy I was coming in,
Yeah.
minus what you're trying to do with the surgery.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. I should really
Yeah.
couch this.
You're like, as long as I'm going to be improved,
Yes.
Right.
if
He won't guarantee that, I assure you.
Ultimately.
he won't,
This is one
Yeah.
thing that I've learned by dealing
Oh,
with
yeah.
medical
So that's-
professionals
yeah.
is they just don't guarantee
Yeah.
things.
No.
They go, the likelihood
Yeah.
is such.
It's
that
a mug's game to guarantee that the work you're about to do will help someone.
Yes.
It's true.
the
Just
insane
asking
work.
for trouble.
The insane work
Yeah.
that you're doing.
Yeah.
I had to find an op report that told them exactly what kind of instrumentation they'd put on my back 10 years ago. Because they have to contact that company and find the exact tools.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's insane stuff. But so I hope they got that right, because that could be another issue
Yeah.
if it was wrong.
Right. So you should say if it's just that you don't have the right tools.
Don't worry. Yeah, it is simply, if you could back out of this and I'll just be the same guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then you don't have to
Yeah.
like go out of your way to kill me.
Right.
Yeah. that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's they would,
Yeah.
it wouldn't just be like, oh no, he doesn't. It's not a do not DNR. It's not a do
No.
not resuscitate.
No.
It's an actively euthanize.
Right.
yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Because it's probably, I imagine the kind of things that might go wrong wouldn't like be fatal.
Yeah.
So I guess he does kind of have to go out of his way.
Yeah.
But if something just
It's
happened,
like,
then
he's
it
like,
would be
nurse, pillow.
yeah. Pillow.
Scalpel. Clamps. Pillow. He just kind of makes a game time decision. It's like, right. Oh man. As soon as the trend starts trending down, he's like, nope, let's cut our losses.
He said,
It's his wish.
That reminds me, actually, guys. Has Jerry ever given you advice about your career?
yeah.
Yeah, I can. One instance actually really sticks out in my mind is I had lunch with Jerry before a job interview, and we were chatting. He asked me if I was nervous, and I said I was a little bit nervous, and he asked me if I wanted any advice, and I said sure, and he said, kind of like motioned to me. He said like, get closer, kind of looked around, and he was like, you should ask for money like every week
Oh yeah.
or like every other week
Yeah.
or like every month.
Or
Yeah.
some regular.
Some
Yeah.
kind of
And
regular interval of money.
Yeah. And I kind of leaned back and I was like kind of puzzled by it, like this is obvious. Like that's usually in the job posting.
Right.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, like a salary?
Yeah.
And he said, no, I'm probably going to get fries on the side with my sandwich.
Okay.
He doesn't.
No,
I guess he
yeah.
doesn't really like
There are
celery.
some funny little details
Yeah.
about the like life that the rest of us live. That
Yeah.
Jerry's.
I wonder what Jerry thinks a
Not
gallon
too-
of milk costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what a gallon of milk costs. I don't drink milk.
No, me neither.
It's like $50.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems low.
With all those cows are.
Oh, cows. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I thought you meant breast milk.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
no,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
That
That's
would
1
Definitely.
gallon.
1 gallon of breast
$50.
milk is, I think it's pretty spendy.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you who your milk guy was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
milk guy.
gal.
Milk guy.
Whoever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't judge.
Lactating person.
Yeah.
Yes. That's required.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me it was that Jerry told me honestly, he said, "Caleb, I think you should pursue a career in car detailing." And he said that, "Yeah, I just don't really see that you have a future in coding.
Oh really?
So you should get into car detailing." And he said, "I have the perfect job for you. On my show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I had Gallagher on. Gallagher. Gallagher and I went to a coffee shop in New York City, and we just got really competitive about how much coffee we can drink." And so we were drinking coffees after coffees after coffees. And then we got in the car to go back. And you know me, I'm kind of a speed demon.
Mhm.
I love the thrill of the auto,
Yeah.
the speed,
The sweet purr.
the sweet purr of the auto. And so, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those cylinders clanking and grinding.
Yeah, just loves it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
He said.
He says, "I love the feeling of an engine seizing."
Yes. And so he's, and he's also hopped up. I'm Jerry. I'm hopped up on caffeine now from my competitive coffee drinking with Gallagher.
Mhm.
And coffee does some other things.
Mhm.
And so,
Oh wow, this is not going where I thought it was going with Gallagher.
It's like a left turn.
Yeah. So
Put your turn signal on.
Yeah.
So he said, so the car
Listen to
is-
that baby click.
By the time I was able to get Gallagher out of the car, it was quite a mess. And it is outside. And I think you could start your car detailing career right now.
He's always kind of looking out for his friends.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
good.
true.
Yeah. I one time we were hanging out and got a mite peckish, so I whipped up a meal and we had a meal. And then and Jerry was going, you should consider being a chef. And I was like, okay, I'll think about that.
Oh.
And he's like, let me test you. And then he asked me, he basically was like, go ahead and tell me the difference between a sauce and a dressing and a dip. And I got into it, and that was not as easy as I thought it would be.
It's difficult.
But also I felt like Jerry's like perception of exactly what those categories are. Like I didn't agree. I totally agree with it. They weren't very well thought through either. Some problems there. And so it got pretty heated. We got upset with each other. And the upshot of it was, you know what? Jerry saying, never mind. You're not cut out to be a chef.
A chef?
He said, just not cut out for it. And I said, I'm going to prove you wrong and become a chef.
Wow.
Wow. So you working on that?
No. That was years ago.
I was going to say, what was it?
What was his... Do you remember any of his reasons for what each thing
He had a
was?
whole thing about you know, sauce can't be
Mm-hmm.
this, you know.
I've heard him like threaten to kind of get into it, and then I, try to always kind of change the subject to something not
else.
sauce.
Talk about cars
or related. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Jared.
He's got more of a grasp on cars.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
like, yeah.
He thinks he knows sauce like he knows cars.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Because
I mean, who knows anything the way that Jerry knows cars?
Well,
like that's, he's got an intimate, like he usually, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but he doesn't have any problem opening the doors of cars.
Right.
No.
We haven't mentioned that.
We didn't ever talk about that.
I think we did actually.
Did we?
I specifically did mention it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's he just did not. He just doesn't have a problem opening the door for cars because he knows so much about them.
It's hard.
And
there's tricky car doors. I will say.
Right.
There's a thing you can do to a car door right when you close it that it's impossible to open it from inside.
And also sometimes
some cars.
Yeah.
Most
of Jerry's cars have child safety locks.
Yeah. For the driver's seat.
On the driver's door.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
And because Jerry doesn't let his kids drive.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Gabe?
Oh, I was just going to talk about how, and sometimes when you're in a car and it's time to get out of the car and it's not a familiar one.
Yeah.
And there's that moment where you're kind of fondling the door.
Yeah.
Looking for something and then you're like, oh, this gives a little bit. And you're like, oh no, like I'll break it if I keep pulling on that.
Have you ever broken a
like this
car while you're trying to get out of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was also wondering, it's interesting because like you said, he doesn't have a problem with getting out of car doors, but
or in. I did say in.
Getting out of car doors.
And one thing I like is when he does successfully open a car door, he kind of looks around and goes, He gives a little look like.
Takes a little moment to be like.
Kind of nice.
See?
It's
not too hard for me.
Not as easy as it looks, though,
Yeah.
Honestly.
I was going to say it's hard for him to get out of a sauce, though.
Mm.
You know what I mean? True. It's actually hard for everyone to get out of a sauce.
Once you're in
a sauce, once you got that sauce on there, you're not getting out of it.
It depends on the sauce.
How are you going to get out of a sauce?
Once you're in the sauce?
Once you're in the sauce, as in
I don't know what
got
that
your
means.
meal, and the sauce is on your meal.
Right.
How are you getting out of that sauce?
True.
Oh yeah. No. If it's a pre-applied sauce,
you're done.
It's all over everything.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say when you're in the sauce.
In the sauce.
That's what I mean.
Thank you.
Okay.
When you're in
Is
a
that
sauce.
like being in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was in the sauce.
They were in the sauce.
That's like when you did a tour in France.
Oui.
I was in the sauce.
Season 2, Episode 7, The Revenge. Everybody loves Seinfeld. Loves Seinfeld. George, Jerry, Kramer, and Elaine with Gabe, Caleb, and Josh. Welcome to Everybody Loves Seinfeld, 1S, the podcast about Seinfeld, for Seinfeld. Hi, Jerry. I'm your host, Josh, and you and your toilets. I'm joined by Caleb.
Hi, Jerry.
And Gabe.
Hi, Jerry.
How's it going, guys?
It's going really well, Josh. How about you?
It's going well.
Awesome.
Good.
I'm glad to hear it. We're both glad to hear it.
You guys seem a little on edge.
A lot of times you do kind of cut us off before we've had time to really consider
that's enough of that.
Yeah,
it's time for Seinfeld news. This is something, guys, that we were kind of tracking this week. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
She started a foundation to fund scientific innovation. So kind of this foundation that kind of, gets together funds to offer grants to encourage things
like solutions to like real world problems, like science, like things that science can address
exactly
in like a meaningful way.
Yes, cogently, directly, all that, and I thought this was on brand for her. The first thing that she really wants to tackle, we've heard her talk about it a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you've been a personal friend of hers for any amount of time, it will come up.
I mean, it will.
Yeah.
Come up. It's kind of like she's looking for opportunities to talk about because she's passionate about it.
Give her a glass of white wine on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Talk your ear out. She says spiders aren't hairy enough.
Yes.
It's
And can we get science to come up with some kind of solution?
yeah. I mean, she was pretty impassioned about it. She was,
Yeah.
it wasn't really like, can we get science? I mean, my read of it was like, why hasn't science
Right.
done this already?
Yes.
Like, this is kind of actually embarrassing.
It's
Yeah.
like a foregone conclusion.
This should happen. And
Right.
for some reason, it's not happening.
Right.
Yeah. Spiders are walking around practically naked.
Yeah.
She kept talking about the James Webb telescope
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
She said, we have these pictures,
Yeah.
but our spiders are basically bald.
Basically bald. And one of the reasons that it's a concern for her, as she explores the topic, is that, the people are not big fans of spiders. And she thinks part of it is, well, just if they looked a little better.
If they looked like a little 8-legged dog or
Yeah.
something.
If they looked nicer.
If imagine that. A spider with like a part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give that
okay.
spider a part.
Maybe a bow tie.
Give him a bow
Bow
tie.
tie.
Bow tie.
Well, you
Yeah.
could. I mean, that's maybe we could brainstorm with Julia some other opportunities, but ultimately the hair thing is, she really values her
Yeah.
that a lot of her identity
As
is her
she
hair.
should.
Beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair. Beautiful woman.
Right. Well, and that's there's no better time to talk about it than right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That Julia Louis-Dreyfus is an attractive lady.
Right.
But I was
Oh,
going to
yes.
say that one thing she does really harp on about is how currently the spiders don't have enough hair to do any sort of specific styles.
Right.
So if there was like a hippie spider, he wouldn't be able to like grow it long
Express
and put, right
himself.
now he
Yeah.
can't put a bandana on.
No.
Tie-dye bandana.
You could put a
You could
bandana
do
on.
it.
And if there's like a 50s
Yeah.
housewife spider, she can't have like beehive hair.
Beehive. Well,
Or-
but it's kind of conflicting for a spider, though.
Yeah. Is this a bee?
Yeah,
Or is
that's
this a spider?
Beehive?
Well, it's just-
Spider?
It's not an actual beehive. It's
Oh.
just kind of talking about like the shape.
Yeah,
and
but do they want to represent, like, do spiders want to try to represent
If they don't-
bees?
if they don't want to, they don't have to. But what
I don't
me and
s-
Julia are saying right now is that they don't even have the opportunity to.
Mhm.
So let's
Yeah.
get them to where they have the opportunity. Let's use science.
and, yeah.
I think
to-
that's going to
to-
be a problem for the spider community. That's kind of introducing problems.
What do you mean?
Well, there's going to be spiders who think you shouldn't do that. And there's going to be spiders who want to. And they say, screw you and your rules.
Yeah.
And right now,
Sign everywhere a sign.
yeah. And right now, that's just not even a problem.
Right. It's just they're all just like homogenized, just the same, and
There's
that's
something-
better.
Something kind
That's
of
what-
nice about
That's
that.
what Caleb wants.
Caleb wants just this, all of it, everybody, all
Something
the same.
simple about that.
Okay.
Oh
all right.
yeah, nice white picket fences. Everybody just
yeah.
pulling into the driveway
Yeah.
at 5:05.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Well, there's something nice about the whole
The
thing.
classic American spider dream.
Yeah. Living.
Yeah.
Golly.
Well, so ants
Honestly-
get to vote. Ants get to vote. Spiders have these
no.
hairdos.
Not in
no.
Julia's America.
No, Julia's firmly against ants voting.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Well,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like
But I did hear that she is pro ants marching.
Well, yeah,
She, loves that
song.
DMB track.
yes, okay. Where are they?
What?
Where are they marching to?
You got to listen.
Not the voting
Dude,
booth.
You gotta,
Dude,
hey,
you got to
listen,
listen closer.
to find out. Guys, that's it for Seinfeld news. And it's time for our first It's time for our first segment. What's Newman? With you guys.
What's Newman? What's Newman? What's Newman with you guys?
Gabe, what's Newman with you?
I went to the grocery store this evening and I walked in and there was nobody playing a trumpet.
Mm.
But then I did my shopping. I came out, to my surprise, there was somebody playing a trumpet.
Oh wow.
And I heard the trumpet and I looked at the car from which I thought the trumpet was coming, sound of the trumpet.
Mhm.
And I spied with my my pair of little eyes,
Right.
a young girl
Hmm.
with a trumpet in a car waiting for her mom. And she was just blowing the trumpet and looking for people's reactions. And
Tunefully or just
no. She,
Yeah.
I think this
How
might
was
be
her-
her first year of band.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
I think she's excited.
embouchure?
It was good. It was good. I'd give her a B. I think
Okay.
she's a very promising pupil for
Okay.
whoever her teacher is.
Yeah.
But it was pretty disruptive
Yeah.
to the piece. So I
Yeah.
did have to call the authorities.
You called the
Oh,
cops.
you
on.
called the
Oh, yeah.
cops on
I
a
mean,
little girl blowing a trumpet?
Oh, it was well over the decibel limit for any time of day. Like
Okay.
it was.
Is there a decibel limit for during the
Yes, there is. Yeah. In our city, yeah, there is. So
For sure.
day? Wow.
so she was definitely disturbing the piece, and I did have to
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you can't let that stand.
no, definitely not. And I figure like right now might as well just kind of squash that spirit in her just so that she doesn't run into the same problem again later.
Right.
So,
In the the parking lot's not the place for that.
no,
No.
definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually can't really think of a good place for it. So
Just for someone to randomly just do trumpet blasts
sure.
exceeding, where would be the right place for that?
You need
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
definitely not in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, and you're also kind of like, don't head down this path.
Yeah.
Of
Right.
playing music in public if no one has asked you to do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't play music in
It's-
public.
If you're doing that,
Yeah.
usually it's not a good sign of where you're at.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just in our town at least.
I was
Oh,
just trying to give her a distaste for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Practice and maybe that will inspire her to, I don't know, get into science or something like that. Maybe
Yeah.
she can
STEM,
figure out the legs,
the whole-
the
The hair.
hair.
Is it
Sorry,
STEM?
you said hair, and I always just think about hairy legs,
Legs.
and our president's hairy
Yeah.
legs.
Yes,
Mm,
yes.
mm, mm, mm.
Shout out,
Shout out.
to President Joseph Biden.
Joseph Biden.
Hairy legs.
Let me see him.
Yep. Get corn pop up there.
Great cereal. We've already talked about how great a cereal corn pops
delicious.
are.
Ooh, yummy. Jerry has some corn pop.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's
A couple
made.
corn pops.
It's made the rounds. Caleb,
Yes.
What's new with you?
Okay, as you guys know, I host an open mic. And this week, usually there is no one there. This week there was some people there.
Nice.
And one of those people was an old 70-year-old man who drove 100 miles. to come to
Oh.
our open mic.
Now, are we worried that he might hear this?
No,
Okay.
I don't. No, it's okay.
You did-
That's okay for him to hear.
Oh, well,
It's a long time. It's a long way to drive.
Yeah.
And he knows that.
Okay.
I don't think.
oh well, no.
I just, yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Well, he told me he wasn't computerized, so
Oh, yeah.
I think it's fairly limited. And I'm not trying to bag on him. It was just something unique that happened.
Mhm.
I don't.
That's a long way to drive
It's a
for an
long
open
way.
bike.
It just doesn't matter who you are or when it is, but it's increased by the fact that you are. If you're 70 and you drive 2 hours to go to an open mic.
Yeah.
And I did not give him like more time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
5 minutes.
I gave him 5 minutes, just like everyone else, because you can't really play too loose with that.
Yeah.
Because it gets out of hand. But so it was very interesting
That is
to have
interesting.
him there, and I couldn't help but just be like, because okay, the open mic starts at 9:30, and then it takes around and like 30 minutes, 45 minutes or so to get through it, depending on how many people are there. So it was pretty late, and he has like 2 hours to drive
Mhm.
back home.
Yeah.
And I just was like, oh man, I just hope you're okay.
But, I mean,
I hope he made it
No.
home. That's partially why I'm like,
really,
what?
2 hours when you're 70, it's got to be just like
Oh yeah.
Sure, but
Nothing.
2
Yeah.
hours. He was also saying like he had a hard time finding the place because it's hard for him to see
hmm
like numbers on buildings
Yeah.
and
Okay.
signage on buildings. So
Yeah.
I was like,
how
okay, I just hope I can't go with you.
Yeah.
how are you going to do when a deer runs out in
Yeah.
front of you?
Right. I mean, I was just concerned.
Hmm.
So that's what's new with me, man.
As you're worried about an old man.
I'm worried about an old man. I hope he's still out there.
Okay.
Jim, I hope you're okay.
Yeah. We do hope Jim's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Thoughts?
if anyone finds just a 70-year-old man about 100, somewhere between
Yes.
where we are,
And within 100
Within a 100
miles
mile radius.
of where we are.
Right.
because who knows
Yeah.
which direction he might have
Yeah.
headed off in.
Don't want to say.
Yeah. But keep an eye out.
Tropical lime.
Tropical
If you
lime,
find
if
an
you
old
do find
man.
him.
70.
Yeah.
Around.
Yeah.
I didn't know his exact
Okay.
age.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
His jokes were funny.
And he might be a fairly entertaining old man.
Entertaining.
So
So
I-
you find a fairly entertaining old man.
Is your grandfather 70? Is he funny?
Yeah.
Right in.
Yeah.
Tropical lime.
Tropical lime.
Is he alive? Is the third question. Is he
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
No. So I saw an old friend recently came into town, Hoops, and I was hanging out with Hoops,
Yeah.
and
How did he? I know you've told me before, but how did he get that name?
well, he's
Sorry, I know that there's a story behind
There's
it. I
a
know
story.
There's a really good story behind it.
there's a story, but can I just get through this?
Sure, yeah. Yeah,
we'll
sure.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Just circle back.
It's not going to be a problem
To
for
hoops.
us.
Okay.
I think it might be a problem
You
for
guys
me,
are gonna
though,
be
Josh.
stuck on
I
hoops?
think I'm going to be stuck on hoops.
I'm willing to.
I remember it's hoops, but it's not for why you think.
Why did you think?
It's not
Initially,
I just
why did you
remember
think?
it was like basketball.
Oh,
Is
wow.
but it's not
Oh,
that.
no.
It's
It's
not
not
about
that. No.
basketball. It's something else, right, Josh?
Yeah, it's absolutely
it's
something. else.
totally different than that.
Yeah,
And it wasn't about earrings either.
no hoop earrings.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
so but it was something about something though.
Mhm. It was about.
Well, it wasn't nothing.
It wasn't nothing.
Well, it might have been nothing.
Oh, that's what it was.
Was it nothing?
That was the story. Is that it was? Everyone is always asking him like, "How did you get that name? How did you get that
Yeah.
name?" And he just said,
It's nothing.
"It's nothing."
Well, part of and I think part of what he meant is that if you think about a hoop is a zero.
Basically.
Null.
It's nothing.
Null.
So I think that's
Zilch.
Okay. Anyway, I just didn't want the audience to miss out
to
on
be
Yeah,
stuck
yeah.
on hoops.
that
Yeah.
awesome
I'm
story.
glad we got
Yeah.
to the bottom of nothing.
Yeah. But one of the things that happened, since he moved away, I haven't really made any new friends. So I didn't want to, I wanted to give him the impression that I'm like living my own.
Checks out.
Yeah, no
I
new
was just
friends.
saying we're not friends.
Well, I mean, you
We've been
guys,
friends longer than.
then I've known hoops.
Yeah.
That's true.
Definitely.
Not a
just
friend
don't-
of that kind of
Not that I don't have any friends.
familiarity.
He said
A
he
little
hasn't.
distant but
Yeah.
close.
He said he hasn't made any new friends. And I said that checks out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Okay. I'm sorry.
I haven't made any new friends. And so I had sort of paid this guy, Merle, to be so I could kind of present myself. I gave him $20. Just hang out with us. You're my new friend. And he was game. So, it was going well. We were having fun. But then Merle started to express, he got really comfortable and started to express some, like sort of on the edge opinions about
Oh no.
about race, some race things.
Oh, okay.
And like immediately something about maybe Hoops and I gave him the impression that like we might be into this, and we had to immediately like no thanks,
Yeah.
it's not for us, we're not into that.
Merle doesn't know anything about how you sign off sometimes, does he?
Well, maybe he didn't mention that specifically,
Okay.
but but maybe he's aware. So but he leaves, and then Hoops is like, why are you hanging out with this? Why are you hanging out with this guy?
It's a solid question.
It's a good question, and I think it's totally fair. If I had known he was going to
Right.
go where he went,
That's the risk you ran.
Yeah. And I was like, well, actually, he's not my friend, and I just paid him to be my friend. And that sounds like a lie once you say it, you know?
Yeah, you're kind of
To try to distance yourself from something, it sounds like a lie. And I could see that it wasn't working for Hoops. But eventually, you know, I kind of no. Honestly, this is not I'm not friends with this guy. He's just this weird guy. I gave him some money. And then Hoops was like, well, how much did you give him? And so I lied and said $300.
Oh my goodness.
And Hoops was like, it's pretty good. So I kind of won Hoops back just by like having spent
More
claiming
money.
to have spent so much money on a friend.
Do you think he felt like he was expecting a similar amount?
Was he thinking, or I mean,
like I was going to get just for having been my friend?
well, if he's thinking this guy's getting $300 and he's not even your friend,
Yeah. Well,
I'm your friend.
I must be getting
How
some.
much?
That's a good, I mean, no money changed hands.
Have you noticed any difference in your texting, like any kind of relational differences, maybe?
Well, there's, you know,
since then?
I don't know. Is there a thing called Venmo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is he
Yeah.
trying to? Is he like he's
Just
like
requests.
friends, like requests on Venmo?
Oh, I didn't know what that was.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
That's money stuff.
That's money.
Money.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just NFTs.
Okay. Well, so now, that's a pretty dangerous situation to be in friend wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like subscription friends.
Yeah. That's it for this. What's doing with you guys? Let's move on to the meat of the show, the synopsis.
Now it's time to summarize the episode of Seinfeld. Synopsis.
It's time for the synopsis, where we summarize the episode of Seinfeld that we watched, talk about it, go over some details. Let's go to our initial thoughts this week.
Okay.
Some initial thoughts here I have for you guys. It's real easy this week.
Cool.
You can only use nouns. Go ahead. Oh, sorry. Before we go, I do have an incentive. I have another piece of music that if I prefer your initial thoughts, you get to have. Okay.
Wow.
Naked, 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 naked. Ooh, naked, 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 naked.
Oh man. Dude.
Yeah.
That's great.
You
That's
just
art.
do not see that end coming.
No,
Don't see
Really?
it.
I felt
It just-
somewhat programmatic to me.
it's
But
very
Oh, really?
postmodern.
Wow.
I love it.
I was like, this is gonna go somewhere.
It's
and I
in-
thought maybe the lyrics would change, but then it was cool that they didn't. Because then that's not a surprise. Words.
Right.
I don't like to be surprised by words.
it's unpleasant.
You know?
What?
Yeah.
What do you
But
mean?
being
What?
surprised by music is fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though you would definitely have to agree that sort of the basis of all comedy is being surprised by words.
Being surprised by words, maybe.
Or like
I find that unpleasant.
You just don't like, I mean,
Well-
it would explain some of your approach.
Yeah. I think of comedy as more musical.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
It's like jazz.
Yeah. I do
Like jazz?
comedy jazz kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's true.
You like
Yeah.
don't see you're like this doesn't seem related to
Yeah,
anything.
you do like I've often thought that you do comedy jazz bass solos.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, you've kind of done enough.
And you
The
do
whole song shouldn't be bass.
you do always say there's no wrong notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then whenever I try to like give you a suggestion or whatever, you say, "Well, that's a wrong. That note
That's
is wrong."
wrong.
Actually.
Incorrect.
Those notes are all
Because
wrong.
what you're doing is telling me that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
I can't. Initial thoughts.
No verb to be.
No verb.
Yeah.
No descriptors.
Right, just nouns.
Just nouns.
Right.
Pronouns?
So,
Pronouns?
Well, I mean, sure. You can use
Okay.
a pronoun.
We would
I'll
really
allow-
love to use pronouns.
I'll allow a pronoun. You each get one pronoun.
Pronoun? Can it be the
So-
same one?
You could, can you both use? You both have to use the same.
okay, yeah.
Oh, we have to use the same pronoun.
Okay.
I think it makes
can
sense.
do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing else for me than just doing just kind of like a very
Do it.
primitive
Yeah.
like synopsis,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Well, I would just like to hear your initial thoughts.
Initial thoughts.
Just using nouns. I don't know. I don't know why this seems so much more ridiculous than every other requirement
George.
we've ever had.
George,
Good.
his job.
Mhm.
Jerry, can I use the pronoun again?
That's two
It's the
pronouns.
same.
That's two
No,
pronouns
you
you've
won.
used. He's
Well,
used two.
No, he
George.
said George is not a
And then
pronoun.
he said
That's
Jerry.
a name.
That's a name. It's a proper noun. Pronoun is his.
Oh,
His.
boy. Jeez.
George, his
I'm
job.
learning some English.
Jerry, his money.
No, you
can't.
one
It's
instant.
the same-
It's the same pronoun.
But it's one time.
you can use
One
it once.
Okay, George, his job. Jerry, money. Kramer.
No,
Newman?
Gabe, I hate to interrupt. I would like it to become a little more personal.
It can't. To me, I can't. There's really no way.
Okay.
I guess I could say me. Can I say me?
No.
Me? Okay.
You used if you had saved your pronoun.
I have to use the same one.
Yeah.
This is
So there's no way I can make it personal.
Okay.
it's crazy. I don't know. I just feel like there's no way to win this.
Okay.
Okay.
So what did you end up going with then?
George, his job.
Jerry, his money.
Jerry, his money.
No,
Jerry, money.
Jerry money.
Jerry money.
Kramer Newman.
Okay. That's good.
Okay.
Roof.
Okay. I've got some.
Okay.
Okay. George, Mickey,
That's good.
Larry David Newman,
Mm-hmm.
Elaine Nudity.
Mm.
Nudity. Yeah, that's a noun.
It's a noun.
Yeah.
Okay. His
Mm.
Well, it's
as
a.
in his as in his. I'm pointing to myself.
Oh.
His
Mhm.
love TV show.
I mean, I do like that you used the pronoun and qualified it as pointing to myself when you could have said Caleb, since that is a noun. But,
I got confused.
yeah.
His love
Okay.
TV show.
Those are both really good.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah.
They have
Totally.
their, but ultimately,
But isn't that
Not really.
isn't that a
opinions.
verb?
what's that?
His love.
No.
No, his love. Love
It can be a
concept.
noun.
His
It
love.
Yeah.
Caleb's love.
Caleb love.
No, that's
That
a
would
noun. That's
that
a
would be
verb.
a noun. Caleb
that's a
Love
verb.
TV show would be a verb.
No,
Sorry.
Caleb.
His love.
I guess I didn't say
They're
that you
not really
can't use the
related.
genitive case.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I get to do it.
we allowed a possessive pronoun, which I was going to overlook ultimately. But
Oh.
you could say Caleb's love.
Gosh.
Caleb's Love TV show. Or Caleb's TV show Love.
Yeah, now that
Well, I didn't do that.
You
Now
didn't do
you're-
that, and
now you're
because you
speaking
didn't do
English.
that, it goes to Gabe.
Oh, come on.
naked.
Yeah. So you own Naked, which of course, is something. It was, just to kind of look behind the curtain here a little bit. I was a little conflicted about doing a song with kind of dealing with that subject matter.
Sure.
I've shied away from that in the past.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I thought it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like worth it to go kind of off the beaten path to get something like
Well,
that.
just when you have a musical idea that's as strong
Oh,
Yeah.
certainly.
as this,
Yeah.
it felt like, that justifies it.
Well, and it
Totally.
very clearly came to you, and it was fully formed.
Mhm, yeah.
And it, it isn't something that you necessarily just kind of started and just kind of
And
ran
just was
with.
like, it
Yeah.
wasn't something that I was like, I
You
guess
had the-
this is what I'm doing
Sure.
because we're short on time.
you had the ending in mind from the beginning.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the
Much
ending
like
is
the
in
show.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
Much like the show Seinfeld, it's very clearly being we all know how it's going to end.
Right.
Um,
It's headed there.
yeah. Well, that's really interesting.
Okay. So, excellent.
I love that song.
Okay. Great. Well, it's yours.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Use it well.
Missing out.
hmm
I'll give you. You can listen to my song if I can listen to your song.
Oh,
Gray Rocks.
Greyhawks.
I'll think about it.
okay. Okay. Guys, let's get into the show. George quits his job.
Yeah.
That's the beginning.
I
Yep.
covered that in my
You did. You did.
initial thoughts.
Well-
so,
Yep.
Part of it.
George, his job.
right.
Yeah. Yes.
Um,
I really liked how this started off. It's great that they don't explain anything. And it's such a different way to start a Seinfeld episode.
Mhm.
I just liked it.
You like
The
that.
change in pace. It starts on a guy you have no clue how he's related to anything. And it was weird though.
well, no, it's
because he's-
Jerry doing stand up.
Well, okay.
I was
Right.
like, who is this guy?
Wait a second.
It was partway through his joke that I was like, right,
Oh,
Jerry
yes.
Seinfeld.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And I was like, right, and stand up,
Okay.
comedy,
Right.
right? Okay.
Yes.
But then in the next part, I was thoroughly confused.
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's also weird. Right away, he starts off by saying, she was great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
man.
is a little, I don't know. It's just,
Well,
and everyone, it's a big laugh.
I was feeling like, okay, actually, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's take a step back and let's
Sure.
try to just get through the synopsis.
Okay.
And then we can circle back.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
and-
Okay.
And
Yeah.
discuss. Let's
I like
just
that.
summarize as
All right.
fast as we possibly
Okay.
can.
Fast. Go fast.
Fast.
Go really quick.
Okay. George quits his job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then George, and then he goes back and he's talking to Jerry.
Yes.
And
Jerry.
Jerry's at his apartment, and Kramer, he's about to take his laundry.
Yes.
To the
And
laundromat.
so he has an interaction with Kramer. They go to the laundromat.
Well, Kramer tells him
Kramer
to take
says,
his
take his
guys.
stuff. So he takes his Kramer stuff. They go to the laundromat. At the laundromat, Jerry says, "Can we get these? Can we do these separately?" Blah blah blah. George shows up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "How'd you know?
How'd you know I was here, Kramer?" And then George reveals to Jerry that he has quit his job.
Yes. And
Then
so-
they try to work through what could George do.
Yes.
Yeah. It's clear he didn't think it
Didn't
through.
think it through.
George quit his job because his boss would not let him use his
private
toilet.
bathroom.
You and your toilets.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You and your toilets.
Yes. So after that, Jerry suggests that maybe you can just go back in. Just you're an emotional person. You quit. Maybe you can just go back in.
Mm-hmm.
So George does.
Yep.
Goes back in on Monday.
No
Like
problem.
nothing happened.
Yeah.
except Glenda.
Mm-hmm.
She's not
Glenda's
having
there.
it.
And there's a moment where he snorts,
Mhm.
which I feel is awful.
Yeah.
Truly horrible.
Yeah.
And he says, what quit?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like, it's bad. But
It's
anyway,
bad. Yeah.
Yes.
So but his boss calls him out. Levitan, his
Yeah.
boss, calls him out, and he has to leave. He's embarrassed.
Yes.
But George is not. He's not going to put up with this.
no.
He decides he's going to get back. Tells Jerry he's going to slip him a Mickey. He's very excited about slipping him
love
a
it.
Mickey.
I love it.
Then, in the meantime, Jerry is having to try to figure out what happened to his $1,500 that was hidden in his laundry bag. And so now he believes, and Kramer as well believes, that the laundromat owner has stolen his $1,500. So they are each engaged in different operations of revenge that mirror each other
Yes.
quite nicely.
Oh, quite nicely.
Yeah. So George has enlisted Elaine to help him, and then they go off and they're at a party, and they're going to slip the Mickey. Elaine's going to distract Levitan. They're going to slip the Mickey into his drink, and that's as far
yeah.
as the revenge
Yeah.
plot goes.
He didn't learn anything from not thinking through quitting his job.
Yes.
He just doesn't
Just,
think
well,
it through.
because it's going to be
That's what
like a movie.
It's going to be like a movie.
I guess the plan is that he embarrasses himself
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
party
Right.
that he's throwing for
Yes.
himself.
Yes. Exactly.
That's kind but there's nothing. They don't set up any way for him
Right.
to embarrass himself
Totally.
other than that he'll
He
be
said he'll
more
get-
susceptible to
Yeah.
embarrassment.
So on the flip side, Jerry and Kramer are putting concrete into one of the washing machines, and they do.
Yeah.
And
After some real hijinks.
yeah,
I mean, it's quite a
Real
scene.
difficulty.
yes. So then back with Levitan and George, they successfully slip him the Mickey. Elaine runs interference. George is able to get in there and drop it in his drink. And then George is about to stop him, but then Levitan turns on George again. Initially, he's like, hey, you can come back and work for us, blah, blah, blah. But then
And that's why George wants to stop him.
George wants to stop him because of that. And then, but then he kind of calls him our shrimpy little friend and,
Yes.
and kind of bags on him, and George just lets him go. We go back to Jerry's apartment, and ultimately they have found the money in Kramer's bag. Mixing up their guys
Yeah.
has caused the money to somehow be in Kramer's bag.
I don't understand how
I
that
don't
works
understand
actually.
it at all.
And then,
And then,
they say Kramer's got the 1,500.
Mhm.
Oh wow, you found it! Great.
yeah, how much?
How much is the damage on that machine?
Yeah.
About $1,200.
Yep. So,
And then we hear, "I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it." Right.
yep.
And then Kramer runs over to the window.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
The
we
other
missed.
runner.
Yeah.
The other runner.
Yeah.
is Newman is we have first reference to Newman,
Yes.
I believe.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not even the real Newman.
Mm.
It's Larry David doing the voice.
Wayne Knight is nowhere to be seen.
Or
Yeah.
heard.
Or
Or
heard.
heard.
Piece of trivia for you though. So we both, Caleb and I watched it on Netflix, right?
Correct.
Josh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. But apparently, in my version, it had Larry David doing
Yeah.
Newman voice.
Yeah.
But apparently, they had Larry David do Newman voice originally, and then in the syndicated version,
They got Wayne Knight.
to record it.
Whoa.
Those lines
So he
over.
could
I guess so. I would assume so.
Make some
Why not?
residge.
Why not?
Sure.
Sure.
It was
Why
funny.
not?
It was just funny. It was a funny little bit of trivia. Also, in the initial scene with Kramer and Jerry, Kramer is wearing
Too short of a shirt.
no. Wait, maybe it's not. Oh no! At some point, he's wearing the jacket that he got from Jerry
Okay.
in the jacket episode.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, I didn't notice that.
just the little
His shirt is
trivia.
I
definitely
love
too
it.
short.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it?
a crazy shirt.
It's way too short.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to hold it
Big
against him.
pants. His pants. He looks like it looks crazy.
I did actually have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Ooh.
And it is so Kramer. Are we done with the synopsis?
We're done with the
Or-
synopsis.
Or like,
yeah.
going,
Let's get into whatever we want to talk about.
Newman is suicidal.
Newman is suicidal.
So
Yes.
this, of course, begs a question: if Funko Pops were around,
Yeah.
Mm.
how
which one?
many?
How many?
Would he have?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do have the correct answer.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay. It's so it's a specific number.
Right.
Yeah.
That is-
That's how the correct
Sorry.
answer to
How
numerical
many?
questions
Yes.
work.
Okay, so it's not
acquiring
got
after-
a general number.
I guess that the correct answer.
Ballpark.
we
Can't
could
do like
range.
ballpark
Can we do a range?
Like a range.
No, it's a
Okay.
specific number, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, you can't just say some.
Okay.
Well,
'Cause,
right.
like,
Yeah.
that's
I'm saying
Many?
like,
Can we say many?
No.
No. Okay.
between 100 and 200.
no,
So wait, it's not that.
no, it's not that. I
It's-
have the correct answer written down right here.
So it's less than that.
if if Newman owned Funko Pops,
Mm.
How many?
how many would he have?
Well, I need some. Okay, so how old is Newman?
21? I don't know.
Yes. He looks great.
Okay, Newman is 21.
He's 21 years old.
I don't
He had
know.
his whole life ahead of him.
I don't try to make
He's-
those sorts of assumptions
No, I
about
got
people.
you. Okay, Newman is 21. And he owns an amazing 53 Funko Pops.
Wrong.
Okay, 35.
No. He owns 4.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
The threshold is lower than you thought.
Oh, that is.
Wow.
Very low.
Yeah.
I would-
Although he's also not very seriously.
Sure. It's true.
And so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's
he'll
testing
be
it out. It's sort of like he's like, wow, at this rate, how
Yeah.
many Funko Pops do I have? 4.
Yeah.
And I've only been getting Funko Pops for the last
Yeah.
Yeah.
year. At this
Yeah.
rate, I'll have a bunch. So I should start seeing what I need to do to
And then-
accomplish this task.
I was curious about which ones he owns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were-
Me
were
too.
gonna
I was curious too.
There's
Superman.
right answers for this
Superman.
one. No, not Superman.
No Superman.
2 guesses each.
Okay.
You guys have to guess all 4 correctly. between the
Captain
two of you.
Kirk.
No.
Well, we can't now because
Okay.
we only
No.
have 2 guesses each.
Well, not yeah. And so we're
Yeah,
in
okay,
trouble.
that's
now
true.
we've
It's
missed.
pointless.
No, go ahead. We can still.
He's
Okay,
got-
let me guess one more.
Okay.
Colonel Sanders.
No. He's got
Joe Friday.
Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney,
Oh, jeez.
George Harrison, and Osama bin Laden.
He's an early adopter on Osama bin Laden.
Funko Pop? Because I remember the Osama bin Laden bobbleheads.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
There
Yeah,
were Osama bin
Yeah.
Laden bobbleheads.
yeah I don't know.
I wonder
But-
who made the money off of that.
Yeah.
But it's just nice
Some-
to put some things to bed.
Yeah. That's great.
Wow.
If Newman owned Funko Pops,
Yeah.
that's the ones he would have.
I love. Yeah.
It's good that he didn't own like a Mohammed Funko Pop.
I don't think they make them.
Yeah.
No?
If
No.
Okay.
if Newman owned a Mohammed and Salman Rushdie
Right.
Funko Pops.
That does come up later in the show.
Fatwa.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys like the first bit that Jerry does? The first stand up bit?
Wait. Oh my goodness.
It's the one about the criminal covering his face with the paper.
Oh. Not I
had a
didn't think
real
it was very
problem with it
strong. I didn't think it was
because
very strong.
It has a major like logic shift in it.
It does.
Because the idea is this guy's covering his face. What's his reputation? Is he worried about what's going on back at the office?
Right.
His boss is going to see him, but then it turns out that his boss is going to give him a promotion.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? This bit makes no sense."
Well,
Well,
whatsoever.
he's just following the humor. I kind of like
he is
that
following
part.
the humor, but
Because what you're expecting is for him to go, oh, I got to get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy, his boss is such a criminal. Why he shouldn't even be
No,
worried.
I
'cause
understand what happens, but to me, the whole premise of the bit is undermined at that point. It just feels like, I don't know. What's the...
I definitely felt like it wasn't. I was like, well, you just don't want people to see you because you feel shame for the
Right.
crimes you did.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
It's a good thing.
But
Yeah, it's great.
right. Yeah, it's good. That means they're good.
good.
They become a good guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I would use that if I was a defense attorney. I'd use it.
I saw that
Your Honor,
recently.
he
Look at
was ashamed. Clearly, he's covering his face. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to be seen. He doesn't want anybody to know that he did this horrible stuff.
Yeah, he feels bad about it. He feels bad about it.
Honestly, we
Dude,
would be doing
I
him
saw
a
that-
huge favor if nobody knew about this and he could
Just look at the poor guy.
sweep it under the rug.
He's racked with guilt.
Right.
I saw that recently where in Germany they found some ex-Nazi guy who was in his
Oh,
80s
yeah.
who
No.
was being wheeled out in a wheelchair, and they had given him, it was like a manila folder or something, and he was just holding over his face.
Mhm.
I mean, no mercy.
Yeah.
I think he got 5 years.
Really, just 5 years? They're
Well,
like,
5
no,
years.
no.
You
No.
participated in the Holocaust.
Holocaust,
No, no, no,
5
no.
years.
You said 80. I think he was
Yeah.
closer to 95.
Maybe,
I
but-
think his
I mean,
sentence
it's
would
like
take
a
him
life
beyond
sentence.
100 years old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
I mean, that's crazy. I
Give
don't
him,
know what
give
you
him a
do.
life sentence. Give
I don't
him,
know what you do.
Yeah.
there.
give him 200 years.
Do
It
you
doesn't
just-
matter.
Do
Sure.
you send an old Nazi to jail?
I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
guess so. Right? I was just like,
No, absolutely.
yeah, you gotta send
him
an
in
old
jail.
Nazi to jail.
Put him in jail.
I think
You
so.
gotta.
you gotta put a Nazi
You
in
gotta
jail.
Send an old Nazi to jail.
Yeah.
I mean,
You gotta.
if you can verify,
If you can
Due
verify
process.
these
Come on.
things, yeah, due process.
okay.
It's for healing.
Yeah. Right.
Not for him, yeah, but
No, who
No,
gives
for
a-
him it's for punishment.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's,
okay.
It's to punish him.
But prison is for rehabilitation.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, you did the Holocaust, 5 years.
5.
You'll be rehabilitated.
Well, okay. We can't just say you did the Holocaust. Like, that is not.
You had a part in it.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate.
Yeah. One thing, so circling back, Caleb, to the top of the episode with Levitan there, in the way that everything's introduced, I felt like there is no way that an audience was laughing at what this guy is saying over the phone.
Yeah.
No way. It was weird. I was like, it's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this guy's a scum. Like, what's being
Yeah.
conveyed is this guy's a
He's a scumbag.
scumbag.
Yeah.
It's not funny
Yeah.
for him to go, she was great.
Yeah.
Like a
Well,
like
and one
like
thing,
a pasty,
here's-
pudgy old like man who's obviously rich.
yeah. Here's one thing
You
that I
just
thought.
hate him.
Here's one thing. Yeah, absolutely. Here's one thing that I thought they might be laughing at, which was
His big
essentially.
fat face.
Well, his big fat face looks dumb. First of all, big fat face looks dumb. That make you laugh. But
Wait, that guy has a phone?
hold on. No, one of the things. What I found particularly amusing is the idea. He goes at one point. He looks around, and goes, and I'm not even what we did, and blah blah. But he's not willing to say details.
No.
Even though he is confessing to what we will find out later is adultery
Yes.
over the phone,
Yes.
a private phone conversation.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time.
And
This is the
This
time
is
to
the
go into
time to
details.
go
And
into
he's
de-
like, well,
to go
but
into
maybe
details.
he's like, why tell all the details? I filmed everything.
right, that was the he's like, oh, I don't need to create more evidence. I have
I
plenty.
have evidence at home.
But I thought maybe the audience was just finding it humorous that that he was saying something that made absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What is the function of that? Is it so that we don't dislike George for yelling at him?
Absolutely.
I mean, also, this is who the character is,
Setting him
and
up.
he has to be an adulterer.
I don't
for the thing later with Elaine to work
Yeah.
out. But I did think that was interesting to just make him so despicable right off the bat.
Yeah.
I don't
was
have a
wondering if that
problem
would be
with the depiction of it. It was just that the audience, it was an
Oh, I don't
immediate
either.
laugh
Yeah.
that I was like,
Dude.
I don't understand why this is a laugh.
I
These
didn't
old
either.
these old TV shows, there's some stuff in them that are they just, kind of juicing up the laugh track a little bit?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sweetening.
Is it actually eliciting a laugh like this? There's some pretty wacky stuff in these shows that gets a laugh. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and
there's stuff that doesn't get a laugh that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Little things.
Yeah.
that don't go as big. I noticed that
Like
too.
the establishing shots.
Yeah.
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 Those are great. Those are great. They're so
No
It's
laughs.
like, oh my gosh, it's freaking monks.
Yeah. It's called monks, but it doesn't even say that on the outside. It just says restaurant.
I pull in a lane.
Yeah.
I go,
That's great. I liked what's that? Is it great?
is it great?
Well, we've got to say something if we want to move on.
Or you know what? How about this, Caleb? Is this better?
Go ahead. Do it again.
Can I? Yeah.
Okay.
You can-
Okay. It's freaking monks. Ah!
How is this an argument? How is this an argument, guys?
I like that actually.
My guys don't know your guys. They'll start a riot. And then he says, have you, and then Kramer wins the argument by saying, have you met my guys? What is going on?
Yeah.
How does that convince Jerry
Okay.
to do this?
Now let's also put this in the context of they're talking about their clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So
Oh,
it's
yes.
already
Yeah.
like this is already in fantasy land.
It's in fantasy land, but what is the fantasy? That's my question. Is what are we talking about? Jerry's clearly trying to put Kramer off. He doesn't want for cleanliness, whatever. I can understand that. You don't want
Yeah.
somebody else's laundry mixed in with yours. That's fine. But then the have you met my guys?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that
It's
refer
like,
to?
Have you seen my clothes?
Maybe it's a signal.
And then also, it seems like what Kramer means by his guys is just his shirt.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Just
true.
takes his shirt off.
All that you see.
Yeah.
He has so what we
Yeah.
are to understand here is that Kramer has a laundry bag with his shirt in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the money gets in there and they don't notice
Well,
until later.
To be totally fair, we also don't see every item that Jerry has put into.
No,
Well, but it's
we
a
see it
bag.
when he
We
takes
see
it
a
out.
big bag of clothes.
When he takes it out, we do. But I
So
guess
ostensibly what all that happens is Kramer puts a shirt in his bag
Mhm.
and then they
Yeah.
wash that one shirt.
I actually think that he might at some point. Maybe it's over one of the establishing shots,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he's putting a bunch
While
of.
they're
While we're-
shooting one of the establishing shots,
while we're so
There's-
busy laughing at one of the establishing shots.
Kramer's filling a bag.
Well, the
with his
laughter
other
is
laundry.
maybe covering the sound of the clothing rustling.
So
and
does the
stuff.
scene
the shirt
end
on,
with
like-
Kramer just taking his shirt off and putting it in the bag? Though I think it does.
Yeah, but that doesn't. But again, that doesn't mean that nothing else happened.
I'm
just
terribly
don't imagine that Kramer
upset. I wanted them to stop down and I want Kramer
listed
to say,
out.
This is
Jerry, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I wanted the camera follow him into his apartment
Yeah.
for the first time in the show
Yeah.
so far.
Yes.
To go into Kramer's apartment so that he
No,
can
we've
load.
seen his apartment, haven't we? No,
I don't
yet.
think so.
I don't think so.
Okay,
We've seen the hallway.
Yeah.
Manny
Oh,
and Harold.
boy. Whew. What a hallway.
Okay.
Anyway.
I have a question about this though. There was a quote. I think it's about this part.
Okay.
If that's not that, what is that?
If that's not that, what is that?
That's a quote from this.
I don't remember that.
No?
What is that?
Wait, that?
What he just said.
Oh.
If that's not that, what is that?
I don't know.
He's
I don't remember
They're
it
talking
either.
about the clothes. I wrote it down because I thought it was what it was interesting
Wait,
to me
what?
was that they're last time episode they were talking about it.
Right.
Yeah. It is good.
It is good.
No, it is bad.
It is bad.
Very bad.
So they're talking about it and the quality of it,
Yeah.
and then this time they're talking about that. So
What? Sorry, do you know actually?
this is from the episode. I wrote it down. I wrote down
You're
some
just
quotes.
fair. Okay. I don't remember.
Okay. I was hoping I would remember the context by looking at it,
Hey,
and I
well,
don't.
Wet Lime Gang, Tropical
Yeah,
Lime.
tropical lime. What? So what is where? So where is? If that's not that, what is that?
Mhm.
Where is that?
Mhm.
This. Where is this?
Mhm.
Yeah, in this episode,
Yes.
that episode.
I have a question.
Okay.
How stupid is George Costanza?
He is Lord of Idiots.
He's Lord of the Idiots.
Yes.
But that to me is more of like he's
Bumbling.
bumbling, he's effusively himself, but not that he's incapable of
He's so small-minded that he doesn't understand how you get jobs.
that. I love here's
Sure.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
In this episode, the way that Jason Alexander plays so many things that are so stupid
Right.
Yes.
is amazing.
He does really well.
When he sells, I'm gonna slip him a Mickey.
it's
it's
so
great.
good, Yeah.
It's great. It makes no sense that that's a plan,
Yeah.
but the way that he sells it is great. And the same with this. George doesn't understand that he wouldn't just be able to be the general manager of a baseball team.
Right.
Yes. Or a TV show host.
Right. Or a talk show host.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
Talk
No,
show
no,
host.
exactly.
Oh.
But
Seriously.
is that going to make you sad?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good. We've got some stuff that can
Carry
make you
on.
sad.
Still in your voice.
I'll carry on.
So anyway, that how I'm interested in tracking how dumb
Yes.
George Costanza actually is. He doesn't seem this dumb to me
It's
generally.
but I like it.
Oh, I like it too.
I like it.
Again, it's following the humor. It's more about having Jerry and then later Jerry and Elaine kind of being like
Yep.
the parents offering their teenage son counsel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thinking about his future. He's sitting on the floor for crying out loud at the coffee
as
table.
pathetic as he
It's
gets.
it's very funny. I do like later at the end of the episode that it's kind of the button on the story is that he says that he likes horses.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember them getting into it again later in the show, but I kind of wish.
Yeah, I wish we found
that
out
they
more
did.
about George's
And then
love of
I started
horses.
thinking about, okay, so we know what Jerry thinks about those who own ponies.
Ooh.
We know that George never owned a pony to
Right.
our knowledge.
Yeah.
But I just thought that would be,
Yeah.
that's like interesting territory that they might explore. I don't know.
Yeah, because what's going to happen if if Jerry finds out how much George likes horses?
Yeah.
And we don't know what size horse.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. that could be.
We need to know what size horse.
We need to know
He
what
did
size
say
horse.
horses and not ponies.
Pennies.
So,
Pennies, yeah.
I did think that was funny that George just likes horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also that he immediately says, maybe I could be a stable boy.
Yeah.
Yes, stable boy. I just immediately thought of Jason Alexander. That's his stage name, Jason Alexander.
Right.
And I thought of him playing Mickey Rooney's part in Black Beauty.
Yeah.
And what if
That's
they
National
just did it?
Velvet.
Sorry,
National Velvet.
National Velvet.
Sorry.
Okay.
Not Black Beauty. Mickey Rooney's part in National Velvet. And if
I wonder if he can do a
If,
better British accent than Mickey Rooney did.
does he even try?
Not really. Occasionally he gives a little effort.
Okay. But
It's for lack of considering that people stay poor.
oh, I see.
It's the one.
Yeah,
It's the one.
The ings,
Yeah.
the gerunds.
Yeah.
He throws in. But
English.
and then what's her name? She's so famous. I forget her name.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor
Oh.
is played by
Betty.
Elaine,
Elaine.
not Julia
Whoa.
Louis-Dreyfus. but
Elaine.
the character Elaine.
Okay. Elaine Benes.
Elaine Bennis plays that.
That's beautiful.
So we've got Ghostbusters and National
National Velvet. We're gonna reboot.
Yeah, sorry.
National Velvet.
Those are good couple. I feel like you could go to a like Ross Dress for Less and find a DVD like deal that is Ghostbusters and National Velvet
together.
Yeah.
Finally, the double feature everyone has been pining for.
You're like, wait, this side's Ghostbusters. I bet the backside is Ghostbusters too. No, National Velvet.
I really was struggling to think of a movie where someone's plan to take someone down was to just slip them a Mickey.
Yeah.
And I didn't, that's always in service of something else. People get drugged in movies.
Slip them a Mickey, capture them.
And then kidnap them. I also enjoyed watching Jerry need concrete explained to him.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, so what's going to happen when we put concrete in a washing machine? What's the idea?
That's the main thing that happens with concrete. Yeah.
The old audience surrogate.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Very successfully not understanding concrete.
He's like, Larry, I just don't think we can skip over the mechanics of concrete.
Right.
Larry, I think we need to take a beat here to let the people know what's at risk.
They're in the room writing it, and he's trying to like really, conceal the fact that he doesn't know how concrete works. He's like we should probably just for like the audience, we should probably just have like a quick, really just brief explanation of like why they're doing this with the concrete in the
or it's
the
like
washing
he's
machine.
like they're riffing on it, and then Jerry's like, and so how does concrete work? And Larry's like, that's great. Yes, your guy doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
And he's like, right, yeah. And then they do have to explain it.
Yeah.
Right, Larry?
Right.
And we need to keep it in.
Let us film it.
So that maybe audiences, when they watch, every time they watch this episode, they can be reminded.
Yeah, they don't have to go and like look in like their. Remember those manuals you used to have to do before the internet? We had like a book that just told you how to do random stuff around the house. You had to go like look in that.
Yeah.
Before the internet.
Yeah. Look up concrete.
Yeah. Okay. C-O.
Yep. Give me the rest of it.
Looks like
N.
It says here, water plus concrete.
Also, it probably wouldn't be solid.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Uh-oh, maybe I need an explanation of how concrete works.
It's not solid. It's a powder, but it's very heavy and dense.
But then he said it'll be solid once the machine's done. But it would have to dry, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
no.
It would be.
It's a chemical process.
It is a chemical process.
So it's
it doesn't have to like
in agitation.
Yeah. That makes
Well,
sense.
actually,
It does
hold
have
on.
to dry.
It does have to set.
It does have to
settle.
But it depends on the
Because
kind
that's
of concrete you're
why
doing.
it's-
But it can set in water.
So
Like-
maybe did they run it in the washer and then take it out and put it in one of the dryers?
No. Those are just my. Okay, Jerry, distract him.
Well, I go and get multiple.
That would be an excellent extended version of the episode. It's like another opportunity for Michael Richards to do like the, physical.
He's like, shh,
Comedy
Jerry,
bits.
and he's got like a jackhammer under his coat
Yeah.
as he's like bringing it in.
Yeah.
The physical bit here is great,
It's
but
excellent.
again, it strains the bounds of credulity. He's doing this in front of the guy right there.
Yeah.
Catches me a little bit.
It's like some heavy clothes.
I've just
Oh wow, big load.
yeah.
Oh, I did mean I saw when I was perusing the trivia page that this very important note that Michael Richards insisted on using real concrete for an accurate performance.
That's
way-
great.
And I mean, that's
That's
It
great.
does make a
It
difference.
I
lends-
think that's great.
lends some real
One
weight
thing,
to it, if you will.
yes, one thing I really liked is just more of that sort of like time wasting talk that they
Yeah.
use. You
Yeah.
know, we've had your father wears shoes and sneakers in the pool.
I think I know where you're headed.
Mother forgot
Yeah.
how to make French toast or
Yeah.
pancakes.
French
I forget
toast.
French toast. And then you ever use the gentle
Yeah.
cycle?
Is it effeminate for a man
Yeah.
to use the gentle cycle?
Well, how about
I think it
what
is.
about the gentle cycle?
I think it is.
that.
yeah, absolutely.
I
Oh,
think
it
it
could
is.
be.
Yeah.
I feel
If
that way.
you think you need to use that,
Well-
then you should think about what clothes you're wearing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you own clothes that require the gentle
Gentle
cycle?
Gentleness.
Because you should be like, I don't know, if you're running on maximum testosterone,
Yeah.
then
Now-
you probably are just going to be doing a number on your
Counterpoint.
clothes all the time.
Counterpoint. Aren't we supposed to be gentlemen? Maybe that is actually a good cycle for a man.
It could be.
Final thoughts, Gabe.
Overall,
Good.
lots of weird moments.
I thought overall was fun.
Okay.
Caleb, go ahead.
overall.
Absolutely. Overall is
Very
fun.
good. Very good.
Fun absolutely
Yep.
is my final thought.
Okay.
But there's some things that hold it back.
Let's
To laugh at the
get
front.
to my final thoughts.
Sorry.
Great. Skip. Agreed?
Skip it.
Skip.
I think you skip it.
Skippable?
Skip it. Let's do a quick song, huh?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, guys. So the context for this is just kind of the fallout from George's escapades at the party at the end.
Okay.
Okay. We don't get to see
No.
exactly what happened.
I was honestly really quick.
Yeah, you're fine.
How would they know that it was George's fault? Okay.
Well,
Right.
this song won't answer that,
Okay.
but let's engage. Let's have the
Yes.
song, and then we'll
Yes.
engage with that.
Well, okay.
In the end, George didn't get his job back. But before the Mickey, Levitan was tending toward that tack. That seems to mean the Mickey undid Levitan's resolve. The situation turned sticky. George's employment was dissolved, but I guess no one called the cops on George till they seemed within their rights. No one called the cops on George when he drugged a man for spite. Called the cops on George. No one called the cops on George. He was free to just set sail because if someone had called the cops on George, George would have gone to jail.
Oh, that's a banger, man.
Yeah, that one.
That slaps. That's nice. I like that. Very
good.
good.
Okay, but that's the situation at the end.
Yeah.
What happened? Because apparently
People knew what he did.
what he did.
And no one. That's the thing is that it's like, where did George get, for one? Jerry even brings
Yeah.
this up. Where do you get a Mickey?
Yeah.
You have a guy
Mickey source.
This-
a Mickey source.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
This idea. But there's something fun about George having a Mickey though.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I wouldn't trade it. I would
No,
not
no.
trade it out at all.
Absolutely.
But
It is. It's It's a terrible episode, actually.
I
I
don't
feel
like
like
it.
I feel like it's uncharacteristically just like sloppy.
It's a little sloppy.
It's a little sloppy, but man,
There's laughs.
there were some big. I enjoyed it.
And again, I don't think. Listen, when you're watching this on, what was it, Thursday night, Friday night,
don't know.
whatever it was, you sit down, you watch this episode, you would just have fun the
Sure.
whole time.
yeah, right.
Totally.
Once you're
Yeah.
you're digging in,
Yeah.
it doesn't stand up.
But like I said, uncharacteristic
I
of
think-
the show.
I think
Well,
it
the
is
guy,
not.
and you're like, the guy deserves to have a Mickey, be slipped a Mickey.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
That's how-
deserves
how
some
you
other
feel.
stuff too.
Yes.
Let's slip him,
yeah,
a couple of different things. See
Yeah.
what's
Yeah,
going on.
let's slip him a Goofy.
yeah.
I did think that Fred Applegate, the actor that portrayed Levitan,
Yeah.
he's excellent. He's
He is.
incredible.
He's
his,
great.
His mouth work specifically,
And-
the things when he early
Yeah.
in the episode he says is that Costanza over there?
Costanza?
And he moves his mouth in this very specific way.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah,
good, very good.
I thought
And
We had Ray as the worst one off.
yeah, this
Levitan
is back
is-
to back best.
Did you guys
worst to
know
best.
Yeah.
that Glenda
Mm.
went on to play a big role in the Drew Carey show?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Was she Drew Carey?
She's Drew Carey's mom.
Oh. Okay,
So that's how she played a role in that show.
okay, that's pretty good.
that's
but
By having Drew Carey and raising him up to do that show.
wow,
She
Yeah.
didn't just play Drew Carey's mom. She
No,
was.
she was his
Drew
mom.
Carey's mom.
Yeah.
no, she's not.
Yeah.
That's Drew Carey's mom.
Really?
That's Drew Carey's mom, Glenda.
She seems young to be Drew Carey's mom.
Well.
How old do you think Drew Carey is?
I don't know,
She's-
21.
He's
Yeah.
just fresh out of college.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
year?
He's-
Maybe semester
it
left.
makes sense. Drew Carey, Newman,
Yeah.
21.
Mhm.
I think that Fred Applegate should have won a primetime Emmy for his performance, as specifically when Elaine asks him if he's noticed that people don't say God bless you anymore.
Mhm.
And then he says no.
Yeah.
And it's basically like it's not that he's saying no to her inquiry, but he's saying like no, like she's like an animal and he's like, go away.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
It's
So
weird how he's
back
like
down.
totally not attracted. Like she's being crazy. Elaine is
Yeah.
being crazy.
Well, her
She's
opening
sneezing,
gambit is sneezing.
is doing all
Exactly.
this insane stuff.
Oh my! I actually am physically repulsed by her. Not just the sneezing, but when she goes on about the
Yeah.
thank.
Thank
When
you.
I thank someone,
Thank you.
thank you. That I was disturbed and
Really?
disgusted.
Other-
I didn't
Otherwise-
feel like that.
I love Julia.
Me too.
yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
Beautiful, real woman.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We know her. She's
Yeah.
real.
She's real.
a real person. But anyway, I just think that he should have become a regular on the show. And
That's great.
yeah, that's all.
Wow,
So-
there's so many people you want to be regulars. I don't know how we can do this.
Harold.
Yeah. And they're all
And
the
Manny.
same
And
kind
Manny.
of guy. So far. Harold and this guy, they're all like kind of the same guy.
Well, I think that's just
That
'cause
you want to be a regular.
guys like that are just funny.
They're funny.
Okay.
I like having those kinds of guys
Oh,
around.
And I had done the motion,
Yes. Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
but the Levitan over there. That's
Mm.
why you're over there.
Yeah, very dismissive.
Yes,
good.
It's amazing.
He's good. He's bad. He's
he's
deliciously
You love to hate him.
bad.
Guys, it's time for the next segment, the mail segment. The mail,
Mail never stops, Jerry. The mail never stops, Jerry.
Jick Tarwell from Bastard, Kentucky writes, some of my best friends are 200 pounds of ants.
That totally tracks.
Yep.
That is
I got
very on
nothing to
brand.
add to that.
Yeah.
Sounds right, Jick?
Yeah.
Good job.
Something
Jake.
tells me Jick probably can't vote either, though.
Yeah.
No, that's a good
Fits in with his friends there.
It's a
Probably
very good
can't.
bet.
Probably lost that right.
That
Not
right,
saying he
that's
didn't
it.
ever have it.
Oh, okay.
Saying he did something to lose the right.
To lose the right to vote.
So
Like a federal crime?
yeah, like a felon.
Felony.
Hmm.
We have some other mail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read some of this?
Yeah, let's read some mail.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, jeez. Sorry about this. Oh, my gosh. Kill me.
Nobody's more sorry than I am.
Okay, I got a response from this man. It says, where do I plug in? I plug into the 3-prong outlets in my home that aren't properly grounded, and I worry every time if maybe this is the time that my house burns down. Thanks for asking, Wet Lime Gang CEO.
It's true.
That's incredible.
The CEO, they have a chief executive officer, a gang?
Yeah, I mean, so far,
Yeah. Gangs have to be LLCs, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
if they're gonna
insurance.
do
Yeah.
if they're gonna do business.
They're gonna- I don't know about that.
Well, that I
Okay.
mean, how else are they gonna protect themselves from liability.
From liability.
Ability and
Yeah.
well, and also like benefits,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
401ks,
benefits. Yeah.
things like that.
How else are they going to legally pay taxes?
Oh.
Can you illegally pay taxes?
Sure.
Because I think some criminals would be way into that.
Oh, it's a crime to pay these
yeah.
taxes.
That's what the government should do
Yeah, yeah.
to try to get money from gangs.
Yeah,
Make it
it's
like
true.
it's actually illegal to pay us this much money.
You guys just like committing crimes, you freaks. Well, taxes are now illegal. Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't spend a ton of time thinking about the electricity in my home.
Mhm.
I probably should spend more time because my home was made before there was electricity, and so there's like really old electricity. In my
Really
home.
expired.
yeah, it's just bouncing around in my house, dude. It's crazy.
Best used by
Some
Yeah.
people think
long
it's
past.
my wife thinks it's ghosts, but I didn't. I know it's just old electricity.
Old electricity.
Yeah. But I definitely there's some outlets that I'm like, yeah, I gotta keep keep an eye on this. Kind of smell this outlet every once in a while.
Yeah, that's a good practice.
Yeah.
Just smell your outlets,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Take a sniff.
Hey.
Take a whiff.
Hey, get down there, give them a smell.
Yeah.
Well,
when you're
isn't that-
plugging in,
That's why they-
give a whiff too.
That's why they have those plugins.
Yeah.
Plug it in,
Oh.
plug it in.
I think that's a bad idea. I think that's
Blade plugins.
disguising. I think it's disguising the burned smell that
That's
you would smell
pistachio
of a
disguising
failing.
the
Yeah, yeah, it's pistachio disguising. Yeah.
Become another person. Okay. Well, there was one then.
There's another one.
Yeah.
And
Um,
actually,
And
this,
thank you, though, Wet Lime Gang
Yes,
CEO.
CEO.
Appreciate that.
Really, I mean, at this point, our friend is the Wet Lime Gang,
He is so far.
as far as I can tell.
No one else has used the hashtag,
No,
so
I'm pretty sure that
you do get it de facto. But if there's a
What's that?
contender out there who would like to contend for Wet Lime Gang
Yeah, supremacy.
supremacy or something like
maybe
Yeah.
stage a hostile takeover. I don't know. Some
that. And
sort
it
of,
looks like there is one, sort of. Not
Mm.
she's not putting herself forward like this, but she says tropical lime.
Mm.
Well, hello, boys. I was thrilled to hear you read my email on the air. Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Of course.
On the air. I didn't send you a written letter because most Canadian postal employees are forbidden to touch stamps. Also,
Interesting. How?
can you please try to not be so funny? Some of us have work to do and we look weird laughing in public and murmuring, "Don't put worms on my mouth." Do you guys think there are big coincidences and small coincidences or just coincidences? Well, in conclusion, police, keep up the good work. Fondly, Girl Alex.
Thank you, girl Alex.
Thank you,
Girl Alex.
Girl Alex.
Appreciate it.
Yes, we have tried to not be so funny before,
It's
but you can see it in our faces. Our faces get red.
from
From holding it in.
straining.
It looks like we're
Yeah.
doing something else.
Straining to contain it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it's brutal. Sometimes it just slips out.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. Then it'll come out all
Yep.
at once, and it's kind of an avalanche. And actually,
Yeah.
I've seen people go into
It's
complete
too much.
fits.
Like
Yeah.
you're complaining about kind of giggling, and no, this is
No, the result is the same as an avalanche, which is asphyxiation.
yeah,
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
People-
I think so. Or
Yeah,
being
so-
crushed. You get crushed.
yeah.
So please let us do it this way, not some other way.
Yes.
Okay,
It
Or
could be a
else-
lot worse.
Yeah. Let us do this.
Yeah.
Please let us do this.
It's like a controlled avalanche when you're at the ski slopes
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
shoot those little
That's right.
and they
Everyone,
'Cause I've been there.
get ready for the avalanche.
Yeah.
Why isn't there? You know how there's wave pools that
Mhm.
there should be like an avalanche hill.
I guess. Ultimately, wave pools are not. They're not tsunami pools.
I think that would be
devastating tsunami
That
pool.
Just Everyone's like, oh, I just got my last Funko Pop.
Yeah. Right.
Let's go to the
Tsunami people.
Didn't realize it. That was my fourth Funko
That was
Pop.
my fourth Funko Pop, and my doctor's all out of pillows.
Yeah. Nurse pillow? What? Okay. Gun.
It is, I think, a law that every operating room has a loaded handgun in there. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh.
It's insurance thing, right?
Okay, but also, okay, so she couldn't, okay, because part of our thing was, why didn't Alex use the snail mail, her thing, her profession, you know?
Yeah.
But what did she says, didn't send you a written letter because most Canadian postal employees are forbidden to touch stamps.
Right. I mean, that I'm not going to try to do anything that goes against the Canadian government.
No, not right now.
Not going to try to fight that at all.
No.
Let's just say I like my cryptocurrency where it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like my assets liquid, baby.
Liquid. I like to drink my assets.
That's what what is that? Okay. When do I say that?
I like to sip my assets.
So
Little
I had a
assets on
question
ice.
about the coincidence thing.
Yeah.
Do we think that those?
Yes.
I don't think there are any coincidences.
Oh, good point.
You guys ever seen Slam Dog Millionaire?
Slam Dog?
Millionaire?
Whatever. Whatever it is.
Slam
Slam Dog.
Dance Millionaire.
Slam Dance Million Pair.
You know, it's like it's written, you know?
Yeah. Well,
D. The answer at the end of the movie is D.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it? Do you remember?
It's written.
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually remember.
I don't know.
Hey,
but-
Danny Boyle, if you're out there,
Hey,
tropical lime. So
Yeah, Tropical Lime Daniel Boyle.
Danny O'Boyle
Daniel Boyle.
might as well
Oh,
be.
Boyle.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Wait, coincidences. No, I think there's big coincidences and little coincidences because I would say a coincidence that happens that results in you like making it to work on time, little coincidence because of the outcome. All right? Coincidence that keeps you that lets you finally die. That's a big coincidence because then you don't have to live anymore.
okay, interesting. What I guess the way lets you finally die. That's Caleb's mindset.
Sorry. What? So you view life as just perpetually being prevented from dying. You're just constantly being held at arm's length from death.
I think that's kind of actually true.
All right.
We're very much more fragile and mortal than we think.
That's true. I agree with that. Ultimately, I think that there are big and little coincidences. But it's all in the way that you experience the coincidence, right? There are things that coincide, and it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
It's not that interesting. But then there are things that coincide that are really remarkable.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a-
because it could be some like almost antithetical things.
Right.
That then they coincide and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Or they're just completely not related and then they're only related because of a coincidence.
Or D.
And it's what?
It is written.
It is written.
Oh, yes.
These strange
That's-
things, to quote Magnolia,
See-
these strange things happen all the time.
Yes.
Ricky
That's
J.
another one
Magnolia
thing that
who?
I was thinking of Slumdog Magnolia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some Slumdog Magnolia error.
Yeah. Okay. We did have a voicemail.
Oh, nice.
So I thought maybe we would want to listen to this voicemail.
Hello, my name's Duff Comstock. I'm calling in to let you all at the Everybody Loves Seinfeld podcast know that I'm the author of a children's book series known as Uncle Bug. Imagine my surprise when one of my nieces who listens to your podcast told me about an episode where you guys were talking about the idea of an Uncle Bug. you don't need to be concerned about any kind of litigation from my end. The copyrights are in place, and you couldn't do anything with an Uncle Bug character if you wanted to, so don't even bother, you know. I simply wanted to give you fellas a little taste of my Uncle Bug series. So here's a selection from my first book in the series titled Uncle Bug and the Empty Boot. None of the ants, butterflies, roly-polies, centipedes, salamanders, or worms knew where the big brown boot came from. It just appeared in the night, missing its mate. And when they all woke up and started their morning routines of drinking little beads of water or chomping at leaves, they all jumped in surprise when the noisy red earwig shouted out, "What's this big old boot doing here?" Well, it was a mystery, and all the little critters at Mossy Log Lane knew who they could rely on to solve this boot puzzle. Uncle Bug, the giant water beetle who lived in the quiet little pond just to the north of Mossy Log Lane. So there's just a little sample, and if you want to know why he's called Uncle Bug, you'll just have to, buy my books to uncover that mystery. Good luck on your podcast, and seriously, don't even give that second-rate Uncle Bug you guys discussed another thought. I've got the title under lock and key, so there's really no reason why you would, even consider looking into another character called Uncle Bug. Anyway, goodbye.
Okay, so that was Duff
Oh my
Comstock.
Thank you for sending that in, Duff.
I'm honestly totally flabbergasted that we got an author on the show.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
pretty incredible.
Of
and,
note.
And also, he's an expert marketer because he didn't give any of the really.
No,
the first
want
question
more.
was, "What is an Uncle Bug? Like, why is this bug Uncle Bug?
Yeah.
Whatever."
I want more.
Mm-hmm.
But so thank you so much, Duff.
Duff Comstock.
Cool.
Yeah, well, maybe Duff will be able to share more. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to, I don't know, buy his book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk to him about publishing a book.
Yeah,
And maybe,
Us?
we could publish it
Yeah,
on our Substack.
yeah, that's a great idea. We'll publish Uncle,
Or maybe we'll publish an excerpt.
something else. Yeah, we'll see.
Or maybe we'll do absolutely nothing.
nothing. I mean, none of the above.
Maybe we'll make like a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a
That's
feature film, an animated feature
Maybe
film.
we'll
Maybe
Right?
we'll talk to Pixar, like make a
Yeah.
Uncle
Yeah.
Bug
Or maybe we'll just-
movie.
Guys, maybe we'll just do it ourselves. Maybe we'll draw
Yeah.
and animate Uncle Bug.
Or
Yeah.
Even still, maybe we won't do anything.
Maybe we won't.
Yeah.
Except maybe we will end the show, because that really is the end of the show. Guys, you can follow us on social media where everybody loves Seinfeld 1S. You can write to us, please do. Tropical Lime.
Yeah.
We're looking for advertisers as always. Probably the best way to really keep up with us will be on our Substack.
Right.
Yeah.
You can find that. That'll be linked in the description.
Yeah.
Below.
Do sign up for that. I have some really big plans for that. I haven't told these guys about it yet.
Oh
So
boy.
just
Okay.
Yeah.
pretty exciting stuff.
Also,
Like the stuff. And also one thing that we never talk about, review
yeah.
the podcast
Yeah.
on whatever you listen to it on. Rate and review.
Go do it.
That's gonna
Can you
help
do
us.
that?
Yeah.
Can you do that anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
can
mean, I know
rate
you can
and
do
review.
it on the Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
You can rate and review, but I know you can rate and just rate it. Just do it 5 stars. It's just do
what?
it.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not.
Come on.
You don't have to mean it.
Yeah.
You can be in your head. You can
yeah.
be in your head going 3 stars. It's 3 stars.
You don't have
But then you just do 5
We
stars.
do, and also here at the end, let's talk. We've got some merch ideas.
Yeah. We've got some merch that we're definitely gonna do.
I actually, after Jick's thing, I thought having a shirt that was "Some of my best friends are 200 pounds of ants."
yeah.
I thought that would be a good.
That could be good.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Is anyone interested in a shirt?
yeah, mail us a shirt.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll make
Mail-
our own guys.
mail us a shirt you're interested in. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send us an email.
Bye, Jerry.
Bye, Jerry.
Bye, Jerry.